Thanks to the support as a channel member, Kyle Bykirch. Oh, folks, what have I done? You already know what I've done. We have qualified for the Champions League final, but also agreed to go and manage Borussia Dortmund. We start at Dortmund on the 28th of May. The Champions League final is the 30th of May. And there is, as far as I can tell, no way around it. I'm still hopeful the game will offer me a, do you want to delay for a few days option? I'm suspecting it won't. So here's the plan as it currently stands. I don't have the in-game editor loaded on any of my saves. I don't want to be able to be accused of using the in-game editor, so that's disabled. So the in-game editor is not an option. I downloaded FMRTE, the Football Manager real-time editor, a third-party piece of software, to see if that could help me out. It can't. There's no way to change the manager start date on there. So I think my plan for this episode now is we'll win La Liga as planned. That'll be the first part of the episode. Then the second part of the episode, as long as Real Madrid don't appoint a new permanent manager before the final, so in those 2 days, which is so unlikely, I'm going to add a temporary manager so we can at least manage the final. Not touch Dortmund until after the 30th. We'll come back to them in tomorrow's episode, and basically pretend that I actually went straight after the final by adding an extra manager. The one way I won't be able to do that is if Real Madrid appoint a new permanent manager immediately, because I don't want to mess with the save. So if they appoint a new permanent manager, I don't want to remove them, add a temporary one in and mess everything up. So it's just a case of me replacing the temporary interim manager with a temporary manager of my own, retiring them completely, just literally so we can play the game. It's not ideal. I don't like the fact that I have to do that. But ultimately, if we are looking at full-on realism for the save, and we always do, there is no way I would leave 2 days before the Champions League final, and there's no way Dortmund would expect me to leave. It's just, it breaks realism, allowing the game to play out the way it wants to. So I think in terms of protecting realism and story as much as possible, that's the solution. It's not ideal, and it needs fixing for future football managers. But for now, I think it's the best bet. Feel free to tell me in the comments why it's not the best bet. But that's what we're doing, because otherwise, any other solution is rubbish. Hello and welcome to Club 5, part 21 of Non-League to Legend. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, we are going to win La Liga, and we're going to play the Champions League final, and we're going to pretend nothing went wrong to prevent either of those things from happening. Job one is win La Liga. We're at home against Atletico now. We're going to play that and then get stuck into the Champions League situation that I've already explained in the intro. So a reminder of where we are in La Liga. We are currently 8 points clear at the top of the league, 3 games to go. The only team that can catch us are Atletico. We play them now. Even a draw will be enough for us to win the league. Obviously, we want to beat them, though, because we want to keep momentum rolling towards the Champions League final. So the team we're putting out there for the Atletico game is this one. We've got Silva in goal, a back four of Small, Atundi, Anderson and Rafalski, Fontaine at the base of the midfield, Carrera and Delgado alongside each other ahead of him, Bell then behind Koulibaly and Damien. Let's get into the game. Let's hopefully get this done in one match, because I don't want any further complications in this episode. It's already given me more headaches than you could possibly imagine. I hate the fact that I've had to download FMRT. I've deleted it again now. It didn't do what I needed it to be able to do. I hate the fact that I've had to download it. I hate the fact that I'm going to have to add a temporary manager. I hate the fact it's not just working the way it's supposed to work. Fingers crossed, and it seems so unlikely, but fingers crossed, the game really does know what's going on after all, and he's going to give me that way out by saying, do you want to delay for a couple of days? Like it should. Obviously it should. But there's been stuff on Reddit and on the Out of Context Football Manager Twitter account over the last couple of days of people complaining about this exact issue. So the fact that it's happening to other people does kind of indicate that it's going to happen to me. I hope it doesn't take too much of a shine off of what could be Real Madrid's first ever treble in their history. It could be our first Champions League win of the save, or it could just be disappointment. But either way, I hope it doesn't take too much shine off of it, and you understand that what I'm doing is what I kind of have to do. It's the only option, really, isn't it? We've just gone 1-0 down. Talk about not ideal. We're going to go attacking immediately. All eyes on the Champions League final, and we have actually got to win this as well. So let's focus in on this match, not worry about the fact the save's gone wrong. And Delgado's going to smash this, I think. Delgado, I mean, he does smash it, but it's saved by the Atletico goalkeeper. And we've got a corner. It's going to be an in-swinger from Koulibaly from this right-hand side, looking for the near post where he can't find a Real Madrid shirt. Carrera picks things up on the edge of the area, but isn't able to get a move going again. We need to score a goal. Like I say, a draw will be enough. A defeat, disastrous. We'll probably still win the league with a defeat, but it's disastrous. We just want to get it wrapped up today. We want one less headache, one less thing for me to worry about. And I thought Fontaine was going to score an absolute worldie there. That would have been absolutely ridiculous if he did. He didn't, unfortunately. And Atletico start things off again with a goal kick, and Rafalski heads it forward to Bell. Carrera now to Damien Rafalski. Lovely ball through to Bell. Bell is in, and Michel Bell has scored an equaliser to make it 1-1 on 37 minutes, and that should confirm on the league table. As things stand, that would be enough for us to win the league. It's excellent work. And Bell bursting forward from midfield, where when he plays in these more attacking midfield options, he is much more of a threat. He should be playing there all the time. We have too many players like him, which is why he doesn't get to play there a lot. But there is your confirmation that we would be 8 points clear of 2 games to go if things ended as they are. And what a goal from Felipe Carrera. My goodness me. That is his first goal of the season. I think it's his first goal of our entire run at Real Madrid. And what a goal it is. That is one of the best free kicks I have ever seen in all my years playing Football Manager. That is how you win a La Liga. 2-1 up at half-time. That fully rubber stamps everything. That would leave us 11 points clear of 2 games to go. That would do very nicely. Atletico have only had 1 shot on target in the entire game so far. It's the one they scored from. And we just need to keep them at bay now. They've got to score twice without reply from us for this to even go into the next match. We've got some tired... Oh, Rafalski's injured. That's not ideal. Speyer can come on for him. Delgado's also tired, so Bruno can come on for him. And who else have we got? Morales can come on for Fontaine, just to freshen things up a little bit. And in some key areas, making sure that we don't throw this match away. Damien to Koulibaly, Bell now into Carrera. Carrera's playing like a man possessed today. And the move just kind of stops, and now Atletico on the attack again, and they do have an equaliser, although the referee is double checking with the man in his ear just to I mean, see, he didn't ever look like there was any fear of it being offside. You have to check. Solid Spanish name there, Christopher Scott scoring the goal for them as well, and all of a sudden it's a little bit interesting again. Probably I was on attacking all that time. Oh, my word. They've had 2 shots on target and scored them both. If the best goalkeeper in the world would like to turn up for the rest of the match, that'd be delightful. This is still enough. 2-2 wins us the league. And, but, you know, if he could make a save at some point, that'd be swell. It looks like we're doing it the lazy way with the 2-2. And there we have it. Back-to-back La Liga victories. We only win La Liga when we're in Spain. That's all we've done in the 2 seasons we've been here. Second La Liga victory. Of course, that is a domestic double for us this year as well, with the Copa del Rey already in the bag. And that just leaves the big one, the Champions League final coming up against a Leipzig team that we already know we're not as good as from the group stages. We're going to be going into it with a manager making his managerial debut as far as the game is concerned. I'm going to try and replicate all of the attributes of my manager as closely as I can. I'll take a screenshot of that before I set things up and try and make him as close as I can to a replica of my manager. But things like managerial support and tactical familiarity and all that kind of stuff is not going to be there. So we are going into that Champions League final with a disadvantage, albeit it's the best we can do in the circumstances. Oh, Koulibaly's tired. That's fine. He can go on a little holiday. And excellent stuff. Let's send him on holiday. and now worry about the Champions League final. Forget the fact it might indicate I'm already Dortmund manager. I'm really hoping I come back to you now and it's like, look, the game saved us. Probably isn't going to happen, is it? Well, we're just about to tick over to the 28th of May. I really hope we don't have a mass exodus of staff come with me. I've realised I can get around the whole making sure we don't mess the game up by breaking another manager thing. I'm going to appoint a new manager straight away. So we're definitely going to be managing the final. So it is now midnight, 28th of May. I am still Real Madrid manager right now. But I think the next thing that happens is going to be me joining Dortmund. That'll all be in the video that comes out tomorrow. We'll just skip over that for now. I'm not going to touch Dortmund until after the final. But I suspect it's not going to give me the option to delay a couple of days, which is what I'm hoping for. Yeah. Suspected that might be the case. Well, here we go then, boys and girls. Champions League final o'clock. Ignore the fact that I'm now apparently called Temporary Kev. I have tried to replicate my profile as much as I possibly could, but it made me use all of the attributes. If we just compare real Kev to Temporary Kev, you can see that the attributes, I've matched them up exactly, but it made me use up the spare ones that weren't being used on the main profile. So I just piled all of them into goalkeeper distribution. So if we end up winning the Champions League because of goalkeeper distribution, after 2 days working on it on the training ground, then I apologise to everybody. It's all a disgraceful fix. But other than that, it has been replicated as much as it possibly could. And now we go play in the Champions League final. What is this briefing nonsense? What is a briefing? I don't want to do a briefing. Do I want to do a briefing? Let's look at the team first. You know this team. You knew who was going to be playing. Hold on. Do we normally have both of these as ball-playing defenders? Being the genius that I am, I didn't save the tactic before. I think we normally have him as a centre-back and him as a ball-playing defender. Otherwise, I think it's the most recent version of this tactic. Let me just check that we've got corners set up properly. So we are aiming for the two big boys. Yeah, this is all good. This is it, boys and girls. Champions League final. I never left. In goal, we have Silva, a back four of Small, Marina, Atundi and Rafalski. Fontaine at the base of the midfield. Had we gone back to... I feel like we'd gone back to playmaker there. I think we've been doing this. I like the look of that more. Fontaine at the base of the midfield. Bell and Delgado ahead of him. Koulibaly then behind Adeyemi and Damien. My final match in charge of Real Madrid. We're just checking that Dortmund Kev's happy. Yeah, proceed. Carry on. Get on with whatever you've got to do. Let's go and beat Leipzig. I feel like this is going to be a theme of the next couple of seasons of Non-League to Legend. Let's go and beat Leipzig because clearly they are a bit special. Are we going to have to adjust stuff because I'm a new manager? I think we are. Oh, this is horrible. Right. Camera height, lowest, maximum zoom, behind goal for replays, and then one up. I think that's what we normally do. Is this fast enough? I'm sure this is fine. It's a Champions League, but it doesn't feel fast enough. Let's just watch our boys in action. It might just be that the Leipzig lot are slow boys compared to our... This looks fine now. I think it maybe just needed to get out of that slow highlight. This is not the start we were looking for. Luckily, the ball whistles wide of the post, but it is Leipzig who are on the attack again. None of this is ideal. Remember, Leipzig put 4 goals past us in the group stages of the Champions League. We did manage to scrape a draw at our ground, but when we went to Germany, we got absolutely pummeled. So really, I was not expecting that. Thierry Small, the West Ham lifer, who's played in a mid-table Premier League team until 32 years of age, now turns up in a Champions League final for Real Madrid and has just scored his first ever goal for the club, the most important goal he'll ever score in the Champions League final. After 4 minutes, it's Real Madrid 1, Leipzig 0, and it's all thanks to Thierry Small. That is not a sentence I expected to be saying today. I am impressed. I am very impressed. Right, let's just keep doing what we're doing, boys. I mean, I know I'm Kev in a slightly different costume. You know me. I've snuck in. Yes, I'm officially the Dortmund manager now, but I am secret Spanish Kev. Do I look Spanish to you? I should, because I'm Spanish Kev, and I'm here on a secret mission to win the Champions League. Oh, what a mess this has become. I promise you, everything's going to be back to normal from tomorrow. We're going to be set up nicely with Dortmund. It's going to be that will definitely be the final club of non-league legend this year. We just need to get our revenge on Schalke. And then it will all be normal. It'll all be fine. And we will win the Champions League fully legitimately with them. I hope. That's definitely the plan. Unless I get sacked in Germany again, which would be heartbreaking. Right, Small with the throw, finds Adeyemi, of course, also in his final game for Real Madrid, and the cross finds Damien, but he can't keep his header under the crossbar. It remains 1-0 as we close in on half-time. This is exactly what we needed. Real Madrid 1, Leipzig 0 as we hit half-time. Of course, if we do win this, it doesn't even go on my managerial CV, so we have to win a legitimate one at some point. But for the purposes of the series, we had to do this. This was the only outcome. It's not as if it's the sort of thing I could go onto Twitter and say, hey, lads, what should I do? I'm recording this before you've even seen the semi-final. So I've kind of had to make a decision all on my own, which I think you'll agree I've made the right one. This was the best way to go about things. Small crosses over for Delgado, and Delgado scores a 16th goal of the season for him. What a signing he's turned out to be this year. And we are now 2-0 up just inside the second half. We scored after 4 minutes of the first half. We've scored after 4 minutes of the second half as well. We're 2-0 up. Let's just not mess it up from here, boys. Come on now. This is good stuff. But it is Leipzig who pick up with the next highlight. Koulibaly heads to Adeyemi, who lumps it over the top, looking for the run of Damien, but I think Damien was offside anyway. And even if he wasn't, it got intercepted before it found him, and it's Leipzig looking to build again from the back with their goalkeeper. Can we have someone intercept? We don't need to. It's an aimless ball forward. Itundi plays it out to Rafalski. Ball over the top, looking for Koulibaly. Can't find him, but Damien intercepts. We're doing lots of nice hassling against the Leipzig players here. I do like to hassle, and we are doing an excellent job of hassling. I mean, some might call it pressing. I refer to it as hassling. This isn't a gegenpress. This is the LOLLUJO hassle. I mean, that even sounds a bit German. Ball over the top again for Damien. Damien! Oh my word, what have I just seen? He got so much luck to be in that position, but that is going to follow him around for the rest of his career. He's just missed an open goal from 3 inches away in a Champions League final. Somehow hits the post. Sums up his Real Madrid career, really. Always promised to overachieve, never quite did. But Delgado is in. We needed a Delgado this season. We went and got a Delgado this season. It might not have been the one you were expecting, but goodness me, is it the one that we needed? 3-0 now to Real Madrid. And I feel a Champions League temporary Kev is going to have the greatest managerial profile in the history of FM. 2 days as a football manager. 1 game played, 1 Champions League won, unless this goes massively wrong. And Itundi is there to make it 4. We've got revenge for what happened in the group stages. It's now 5-5 on aggregate for the season. Can we grab a 5th just to show that we were always better than them? It was never in doubt. We were always better than them. And of course, this is a historic first ever treble for Real Madrid. I am reliably informed by the comments section, who, as we all know, are never wrong. The comments section lets me know that Barcelona have previously won 2 trebles. Real Madrid never have. So this is a massive, massive achievement for the 2 Kevs involved in making it happen. And I thought Delgado was going to grab himself a hat-trick there. He has been absolutely immense in this match, but I am going to have to take him off, I think, because he is absolutely shattered. Carrera can come on, which allows us to release Bell to be a little bit more attack-minded. I don't feel like I need to make a lot of changes. I think we will also bring on Speyer. Where's Morales? Has the AI moved Morales back down into the under-18s? I was constantly being told to do that. It looks like he's not even featuring on the bench, which is a little bit of a shame. I bet he's lurking down in the under-18s, never to be seen again. You lot criticise me for not developing youth. I was gone 20 minutes. And the AI have already moved him on where he'll never be seen again. We'll perhaps try and take him to Dortmund with us. He's under 21, which is one of the things they're looking for. Unfortunately, he's not German. Maybe we can find him a German passport. It's 4-1 now. I hope this isn't the beginning of a comeback for Leipzig. I mean, it's unusual for me to have not made my 3 substitutions. Perhaps the players were a little bit alarmed that I'm resting on my laurels a little bit. We're going to bring Felipe Lopez on for a final change. And I think we're going to drop a little bit of praise. It's a little bit dangerous dropping praise immediately after we've conceded a goal, but we are still 4-1 up and we're not throwing it away from here. And we, in the most unusual circumstances I've ever done it, we have won the Champions League with Real Madrid, a 4-1 victory in the final. What a team this is. They are going to be hard to beat in the LOLLUJO Cup as we get towards the end of the FM22 cycle. Let me know down in the comments how you think this team measures up to the Norwich team. Of course, we have gone further than we were ever able to go with Norwich, but how much of that was just experience and knowing that we could because we were Real Madrid? We are the champions of Europe. We have won a treble, and that guy looks a lot like Dortmund's new manager. Let's hope nobody checks his ID. And I need to sneak out the back door, take off my Spanish disguise, and head to Germany before anyone realises I was gone. We're the champions of Europe, boys and girls. What a time to be alive. And now temporary Kev, after such an incredible achievement, can immediately retire. God, let's make sure we retire the right one. Temporary Kev can retire. Apparently, he can only resign. There you go, retire. Temporary Kev is going to resign as manager of Real Madrid, retire from football with immediate effect, and we will pick this up tomorrow with the start of our life at Borussia Dortmund. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos, and thank you very much for watching.